Is there a complexity to verifying the actual cause of death, the mortality?
Not necessarily. So for deaths from coronavirus, anyone who's a confirmed case who dies is classified amongst coronavirus deaths. So it doesn't have to be definitively from coronavirus. And in some instances, in aged care, there would have been some residents who were already receiving palliative care who became infected with coronavirus. So it's not definitive about whether they've died with or from coronavirus. I think it's fair to say that coronavirus is a very serious infection in anyone in aged care, but for classification purposes and reporting purposes, that's the definition.
Let's just hear that again. Let's just hear that again. He is saying exactly, people aren't dying from coronavirus. They're dying with it. Let's just hear that shit again.
Is there a complexity to verifying the actual cause of death, the mortality?
Not necessarily. So for deaths from coronavirus, anyone who's a confirmed case who dies is classified amongst coronavirus deaths.
So what he's saying, anyone that has tested positive is classed as a coronavirus death. Hang on, keep going.
So it doesn't have to be definitively from coronavirus.
There it is.
And in some instances,
there it is. There it is. You don't need to hear any more. It doesn't have to actually be from coronavirus. As long as they've tested positive, it does not matter how this person died, whether it was hit by a car, whether he jumped off a cliff, whether he had a heart attack, whether he died from cancer. But if this person has tested positive at some stage, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months ago, that's why they want you to be tested. That's why they want people testing positive. Because when they die, obviously it's 95%, whatever is in old aged care homes, when they die, doesn't matter what it's from, if they've tested positive, any time prior, they will be classified as coronavirus death. He says it right there. That doesn't matter. It's not necessarily from coronavirus, it is with coronavirus.
Aged care, there would have been some residents who were already receiving palliative care.
See? Palliative care. They're 99.999% dead from whatever underlying health conditions they've got. But if they've tested positive, I shouldn't mention this, but I won't mention who they are, but they died 3 weeks ago with brain cancer. They were told they virtually hours to live. 2 hours before they died, they tested them for coronavirus. 2 hours before this 95-year-old person died in a nursing home, they tested for coronavirus. Can you believe it?
Who became infected with coronavirus. So it's not definitive about whether they've died with or from coronavirus. I think
There it is. It's not definitive whether it's from or with. We know it's with. It's 100% with. But they are using anyone that tests positive, and like I keep saying, we've all got coronavirus in us. So they can just put anyone as testing positive to fudge their figures, which is what they're doing now. The numbers are dropping. The numbers in Victoria are dropping. 216 today, 222 yesterday, 270 the day before that. They are fudging the figures because guaranteed in a few days or a week or so, something's going to set it off again because the vaccine is coming.
It's fair to say that coronavirus is a very serious infection in anyone in...
No, it's not. It doesn't exist.
Aged care.
Coronavirus does exist, but it's not infectious. It's there. It's a benefit to our immune system. It kills toxic cells when we have diseases in our body, when we're sick, when our immune system's not too good, just like every single person in an aged care home.
But for classification purposes and reporting purposes, That's the definition.
What's the latest movement?
Sickening, sickening, sickening. People cannot see what's going on here. They cannot actually put one and one together and see that this is bullshit. And the guy's actually admitting it. And it's not only here in Melbourne, Victoria, it's worldwide that they've come out and said they are just classifying anyone that's tested positive, and they could put test positive on any single person. You know, if Boris Johnson dies tomorrow if he falls off the front steps of 10 Downing Street, he will be listed as a coronavirus death because supposedly he tested positive 4 months ago. That's how it works. No one is dying from freaking COVID. It don't exist. The numbers are all fudged. Get ready for the vaccine, folks. Get ready, Melbourne, Victoria. The vaccine is on its way after only a few months of supposed trialling. Bullshit trialling. There's no trialling. The vaccine's been there forever, and it's only saline solution with some shit that's going to make everyone sterile, and it's going to have the microchip in it, whether it's nanoparticle solution, whatever. That's what it's about. It's in a saline solution. There's no freaking vaccine testing.